We just got the second edition of WWE Saturday Night's main event, and one thing we need to understand about these events is that they're not premium live events. You probably got the same feeling too. They feel like big episodes of Monday Night Raw. I would say SmackDown, but SmackDown sucks. This one in particular was really predictable, so, you know, it almost felt like a good house show in a way. Like Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley for the championship. Oh my god, who's gonna win? Breakker versus Sheamus, Strowman versus Fatu, and of course Gunther versus Jey Uso in the main event. We saw 90% of the matches already, and it's not like these storylines progressed anymore to the point that, you know, we can expect different results. If it was like SummerSlam, WrestleMania, sure, I get it. By the way, stop typing that comment. Yes, I made a mistake. I shaved. I look like a thumb. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I made a mistake. Stuff like this happens, but I got a new microphone, you know. Sounds a lot better, actually. The problem I had to throw away so many videos because it would unplug on itself. Not like literally, but you get the idea. It would stop working, so I had to throw away so many videos, so I finally decided to buy a new one. And it sounds pretty good, I feel like, you know. You know, we can do ASMR and all that stuff. So like I've said, this pay-per-view was not necessarily the one that is going to give you a lot to talk about, really. For the past few videos, I was kinda, I wouldn't say scared to express my opinion, but I have a tendency to be a bit too nice, you know, sometimes. I know what stopped me from, you know, expressing my opinion, going all in and saying that, you know, this shit fucking sucked. I know I did that, but, you know, again, I've realized people tune in for my opinion. If it sucks, I'm gonna say it sucked. Did I feel like anything on that pay-per-view was that bad? Not necessarily. It definitely wasn't bad. But again, I'm just watching it, I'm like, like, I care about the Rumble. We saw all of that shit. So people, let's talk about Saturday night's main event. The first match was, of course, Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax, my love, my queen, my personal favorite. Again, I appreciate the old school look of these live events. So, you know, this is a match we saw at Elimination Chamber last year, which was actually pretty good because it was in Australia and, you know, Rhea Ripley had the support. She was so over. So here's the thing about this one. The match itself, the quality of the match was definitely better. Like, the moves they pulled off, all that shit, that was definitely better, but it didn't have the hype. It wasn't the first match they had. So again, I got this vibe from this pay-per-view, like, you know, WWE are putting all these matches on, you know, television, on premium live events, and this was like a house show, where you get to see the same shit happening. Whatever the case may be, a very predictable result. Obviously, Rhea Ripley retains the championship. Decent match, again, nothing really worth talking about or remembering. Then we got another rematch, Braun Breakker versus Sheamus. So even though we saw this match so many times, I told you, every time I get to see Sheamus in the ring with Braun Breakker or Ludwig Kaiser, I'm gonna be excited about that. Like, the quality of the match was great. I think this was my favorite match of the night. I think it was, right? I wouldn't say objectively, but I feel like most of you would agree this was the best match on the card. At one point, they almost fooled me that Sheamus is going to take that W, but of course, it didn't happen. Braun Breakker wins the match, retains the Intercontinental Championship. The little story we can get out of this is that Sheamus is, like, done. He's furious. He can't get it done. Like, this is supposed to be, in my opinion, Sheamus's journey to WrestleMania. Now he's going to take it seriously, put his career on the line, whatever the case may be. I need that Intercontinental Championship, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. You know, something that happened with Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. Ziggler kept losing the championship matches, so he put his career on the line because, you know, he needs to prove it to himself that he can get it done. And, you know, the big pay-per-views like Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, no, they're not that far away, so I guess my prediction, and I hope it's gonna happen, is that Sheamus will eventually win that championship, but now WWE are building this journey, this story of Sheamus, you know, just struggling. You know, he's struggling to keep up with the young talent. Not actually, by the way, like, dude is just... It's crazy how Sheamus just gets better with age, right? It's absolutely wild. We got the contract signing. Shawn Michaels was there. I really enjoyed the segment. It's not like they said anything new. Like, again, this story is kinda told, we need the conclusion. But when Kevin Owens was ranting about Cody, Shawn Michaels said, "Seems like you're just jealous." So Kevin Owens went off, started insulting Shawn Michaels, losing his smile and all that. You're so similar, both of you. But they hang these championships above the ring. We got a brawl, and I absolutely love the fact that we got Shawn Michaels with that super kick. This is not necessarily a prediction, people, but you know what's crazy? Wasn't it Kevin Owens that always keeps asking for a match against Shawn Michaels? Is it Kevin Owens or AJ Styles? I don't think this match is gonna happen, but it almost seems like WWE are planting seeds right here. Kevin Owens is the guy who wrestled Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania. I wouldn't be shocked. Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman was actually a lot better than expected. This wasn't even a match, really. This was just a fight between two very big-ass, crazy-ass men. One's crazy about Solo, one's crazy about trains. The match ended in no contest because he just kept smashing his ass into Braun Strowman like so many times. The referee had to stop the match. We got, a bunch of security and all that, and it was hilarious because then he started doing moonsaults. Even Tama Tonga was like, you gotta stop, man. But the people in the crowd, the innocent people in the audience kept chanting, "One more time." Also, a nice little touch by WWE making Braun Strowman bleed, We got a bloody train, people. That is absolutely wild. A nice way to build Jacob Fatu right here. He talks a bit more right now, and I think what WWE are doing is, keeping Solo away and trying to progress this character, trying to build Jacob as his own man. We might even get a betrayal once they realize, well, we're actually doing a lot better with Jacob than we're doing with Solo. So, I don't know which one is going to turn babyface eventually, but it's pretty interesting. Now, the main event was actually the World Heavyweight Championship. So, two things. I appreciate the fact that the World Championship is main eventing. I like that, but again, we already saw this match, and it's not like Jey Uso's story progressed to the level where we can actually expect him to win that championship right now. It's gonna happen eventually. He's like this generation's Jeff Hardy, and people are gonna go crazy, but not at Saturday night's main event, people. Jay's getting a lot of shit for his wrestling. I think in this match he did just fine. The quality of the match wasn't the problem. It was the predictability, the repetitiveness, and for whatever it's worth, WWE did a decent job. I mean, at one point people started popping, "Oh my god, Jey Uso is going to win the championship." Obviously he didn't, and Gunther retains the World Heavyweight Championship. So that was your Saturday night's main event. I don't think it was a great idea to put Jey Uso in that match, especially since we already saw that. I want something new for Gunther. I really enjoy Gunther's work. He's one of my favorites, but this championship title reign is kind of 50-50 to me, so far. Kind of 50-50. We need that big match. Also, Hulk Hogan was not on the show, which really bummed me out. I really wanted to hear that crowd reaction, I was really excited about that, but we didn't get that. Apparently, he's busy or some shit. "Oh, brother, I couldn't be there. I have my personal problems." But anyway, people, that was your Saturday night's main event. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, your boy, the Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.